Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stabler Arena here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania at Lehigh University. Today we have a good matchup today. We have the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, who come into this basketball season with a 7-14 overall record, 4-6 in the Patriot League, and they're hosting the Army West Point Black Knights, who are 6-7 overall and are 4-6 in the Patriot League. The starting lineups are being announced, and we are almost underway. Starting for the visitor, Army West Point, we have Josh Scovins, Abe Johnson, Ryan Curry, Jared Cross, and TJ Small. And for Lehigh, we have Burke Chabar, Bube Muma, Cam Gillius, Joshua Ingram, and Tyler Whitney Sidney. I will be your play-by-play commentator today. I am Nick Delictish. I'm joined by Jaden Yohai. We are just getting set for this game. We are back in Bethlehem. As I said earlier, I am joined by Jaden Yohai, our color commentator today. Jaden, what are your some interesting thoughts coming into this game for Lehigh, who has sort of had an up and down start to their season so far?
Yeah, so Lehigh's kind of in need of a win today. As you mentioned the records before, Army is kind of at the bottom of the Patriot League. And Lehigh's missing a couple of players. Their main player they're missing is Keith Higgins. He was their leading scorer before he got hurt earlier this year. He was averaging over 15 a game. So Lehigh, some of the Lehigh players are going to have to look to pick up the offense without him. Look for Tyler Whitney City to have a big game. He's been averaging almost 15 for them. And this is definitely a good opportunity for Lehigh to improve their conference record, as Army has really struggled so far this season.
Yeah, totally. And I'm also being told that Jalen Sinclair is available tonight, who is coming back from injury, one of the best players on the Mountain Hawks team. West Point, their starters are on the court. Lehigh is circling up. We are almost ready here in Bethlehem to start this game. Lehigh looks to be breaking the huddle here. We are almost underway. The two of us at the Lehigh University Student Broadcasting Club would like to thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we have a good one tonight.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we should get a competitive game. Lehigh has been in a bunch of close games this season, and I don't really expect this one to be any different.
Close games are always exciting. That's what we're hoping for tonight.
For sure.
And Lehigh has secured the jump ball to start this game. Cam Gillius brings the ball down. Lehigh starting with some early ball movement here. Looking to get it in the post is Lehigh. Back to Gillius. Passes off to the left. They have Bube Moma in the post. Sizes up. Takes the jumper. Swish. So the first basket of the game tonight is Bube Moha.
Yeah, great hop step into the lane and a nice jumper to get it started for Lehigh.
Army's first possession here on offense. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Lehigh. That's Cam Gillius. Brings it up the court. Seeing a lot of ball movement early for Lehigh here, Jaden. What are your thoughts on that offensively?
Yeah, it seems
As
like they're trying to
Lehigh,
work it around.
sorry to interrupt, Lehigh almost just turned the ball over, but it's out on Army. Go ahead, Jaden.
Yeah, a lot of screens and back cuts. Just looking to get everyone involved, it seems like, early. Get everyone's confidence up.
Yeah, totally. So Lehigh is going to get it on their own baseline here. Tyler Whitney Sidney is behind the three-point line. Everyone else seems to be close to the basket near the paint. Lehigh gets the ball in to Joshua Ingram, kicks it out. Lehigh driving to the hoop. Fadeaway jumper is good. That was Tyler Whitney Sidney,
Yeah,
the
great
junior.
fadeaway shot there. That was a really good move.
Army's second possession on offense. The Lehigh bench chanting defense. And that's a steal from Lehigh. That was Tyler Whitney Sidney who drives to the hoop. And no foul called, and it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Army basketball. I didn't have the best view of that one, Jaden. Certainly a little contact, but it's going to go Army's way.
Yeah, a little contact. I think he just lost it on the way up there. Great defensive play, though. He just maybe got a little too overexcited there.
Army looking to get on the board. Ryan Curry with the ball. Passes it back out. Josh Scovins. Now Jared Cross. Back to Josh Scovins. Gets swarmed by Lehigh defenders. And it looks like it was out on Lehigh.
Yeah, it was. Great defensive play there.
Ryan Curry inbounds the ball. That's a three from Ryan Curry. Splash. So Army finally gets on the board. It is now 4-3 Lehigh.
Yeah, that's Ryan Curry, Army's first-year guard there. He's their best three-point shooter.
Certainly has it in the name. Am I right, Jaden?
Yeah, exactly.
Lehigh so far moving the ball really well on offense. Cam Gillius tries to drive to the hoop. He gets double teamed, kicks it out. Ball fake. And we have a charging foul on Tyler Whitney Sidney. That was Ryan Curry who drew the charge. So Ryan Curry making his presence early on both sides of the court for Army.
Yeah, he just stepped in front there to take the charge. Great defensive play.
Josh Scovins, the forward, freshman out of Greensboro, brings the ball up. Army has done a lot of passes outside the three-point line. Back out to the three-point line. Now back into the paint. That was almost intercepted by Lehigh. Ryan Curry with the spin move drive. A little too strong, but the rebound by Abe Johnson, and he puts it in.
Yeah, that was a really good move there by Curry. Just couldn't finish the layup, but Johnson cleaned it up for him as Army takes their first lead.
Lehigh now back on offense. Joshua Ingram passes it down. And it's stolen by Army. Ryan Curry with the ball, passes it down. And there's a foul on Lehigh. TJ Small will be going to the free throw line for our first free throws tonight.
Yeah, Small actually got the steal there for Army on the defensive end, and Curry ended up with the ball and got it to him in transition, and Small was able to draw the foul.
Yeah, that was a blocking foul on Burke Jabbar for Lehigh. 2 shots for TJ Small. First one is in.
Yeah, so Army doesn't really shoot very well at the free throw line, but Small is one of their best free throw shooters at 81.3% for the year.
Yeah, that's definitely good for Army that they have one of their best free throw shooters up. I remember you telling me, Jaden, that their overall free throw numbers are not that good.
Yeah, they're only shooting 58.9% from the free throw line this year.
So Lehigh, a few possessions on offense now without a bucket. Obviously, it's still very early. And Lehigh, and it's turned over by Army. So Lehigh threw the ball away, and then that was number 54, Abe Johnson from Army, who tried to recover the ball and drive to the hoop, but ended up stepping out of bounds. So Lehigh will get it at midcourt.
Yeah, I think Johnson could have just let that one go, but
Totally.
he was trying to make a play there.
Joshua Ingram pulls up from 3, and that's a huge shot for Lehigh.
I think that was Cam Gillis there with the 3.
Yeah, that was Cam Gillis. My apologies.
Yeah, that was a great shot there right off the pick.
Abe Johnson in the paint, posting up Dominic Peralin. Shoots with his left hand, and that's an air ball. Lehigh's pushing the pace up the court. Joshua Ingram. Back to Ingram in the post. Kicks it out. Three-pointer. Splash. That's Dominic Parlin, who's recently checked into the game.
Yeah, that was a good play there by Lehigh. Ingram made a nice cut and then found Dominic there for the 3.
Josh Scovins back in the post for Army. And he does not make that. Good defense from Lehigh.
Yeah, really good defense.
Lehigh seems to be pushing the pace more on offense here than in the beginning of the first half. Tyler Whitney Sidney drives to the hoop, a little contact, and he gets the foul call. That looked like good defense until he got slapped in the arm. And we have our first media timeout here in Bethlehem. Score, Lehigh 10, Army 7. We will be right back. Welcome back to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We are about to resume this matchup between Lehigh and Army. Lehigh off to a solid start, up 10-7. So, Jaden, so far it's been an on and off game for both teams. What are your thoughts on the Lehigh offense so far tonight?
Yeah, so they've been moving the ball a lot. I've seen a lot of good cuts, some good screens. To me, it seems like they're resorting a little bit to isolating to get shots. I'd like to see maybe a few more screens into shots, but I think they're flowing pretty well.
Tyler Whitney Sidney makes the first free throw after the foul. Tyler Whitney Sidney is most likely Lehigh's best player so far this season, the junior guard from Somerville, Massachusetts. He's had a great year so far, attempting his second free throw, and it's money.
Yeah, he really has. He's had a good year so far. He was really good for them last year, too. And he's been really good, especially with Higgins out.
And Lehigh has him for another year, assuming he doesn't transfer, too. Army continuing to have a lot of ball movement outside the three-point line. Army passes it underneath, misses the layup, gets the rebound, kicks it back out. Back to Charlie Peterson, back to Jared Cross. Now back out to the perimeter. Jared Cross for three, splash. So we've seen a couple three-point baskets from both sides today.
Yeah, we have. That was a really good looking shot there by Cross. Pretty solid ball movement, a couple good cuts by Army, and ended with the three.
Now Dominic Parolin shoots a three, no good. Army's going very fast up the court. Ryan Curry kicks it out as Josh Scovins drives to the hoop and is fouled.
Yeah, he's their leading scorer this year. So definitely look for him to be aggressive. He's averaging almost 13 a game.
That foul is on Burke Chebar, and I believe that's his second foul tonight. So something to look out there for Lehigh. Of course, in college, you foul out with 5 fouls, not 6 like the NBA. First shot is good for Army's Josh Scovins. Lehigh makes some substitutions. Nasir Whitlock, Bube Mama back into the game. Second shot for Scovins here. Freshman out of Greensboro, having a great year in his first year at Army, makes both free throws.
Yeah, so Tyler Whitney Sydney's now out of the game for Lehigh, so it's going to be interesting to see how they generate offense without him.
Three-pointer for Joshua Ingram is no good. Rebounded by Army. That's Charlie Peterson. Army keeping the ball outside. Dishes down low. And that looked like a offensive foul.
That was an interesting call. I honestly didn't see too much there.
Yeah, I couldn't really see that either. So Lehigh's going to get the ball back here. It's going to be Nasir Whitlock, brings it up, the freshman out of Plymouth, Minnesota. Now Cam Gillis with the ball. Kicks it out to Ingram. Tries to get it down low. Lehigh gets the ball back. Whitlock passes it to Gillis. Back to Parolin. Now over to Whitney Sydney. Sorry, that was actually Bube Moma. And the three-pointer from Lehigh is no good. They had to beat the shot clock.
Yeah, not a great offensive possession there for Lehigh.
Definitely. Army now. Passes it out to Caldwell. Not a good possession so far for Army either. Charlie Peterson passes it over to Caldwell. Back to Peterson in the post on the right wing. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Shoots it with his left and makes it.
Yeah, great move there by Peterson. Not much going for Army, as you mentioned there, so they kind of just went to the post, and Peterson made a really good move.
Now Lehigh working quick. Parolin. Now to Moma. Drives to the hoop, fades away, and he makes it. So Lehigh back on the board here as we are tied at 14, about halfway through the first half.
Yeah, nice move there by Bube. He went to that move earlier in the game too, sort of a hop step into the paint as we have an offensive foul, it looks like.
That's another offensive foul for Army. Looks like we have a timeout. Yes, we have a media timeout. So a very high-intense game so far from Lehigh and Army. We are tied at 14 with 11:38 in the first half. We will be right back. We are back here in Bethlehem. So far, a very on and off game offensively for pretty much both teams. Jaden, what are your thoughts on that so far offensively?
Yeah, both teams seem to be struggling a little bit on offense. They're kind of relying on isolation slash post plays, and Army only averages like a little over 60 points a game. So it makes sense that they're struggling a little bit, but Lehigh averages over 73, so they're definitely not on pace to score that right now. So I'm going to be interested to see if they try to change things up because they've been a little reliant on isolation plays, I think, so far.
For sure, yeah. Nasir Whitlock brings the ball up. Now out to Peralin. Feeds it down low to Bube Muama. Muama's trying to post up Army. Hop step. Kicks it out to Nasir Whitlock, who drives to the hoop. And he makes the layup with a little contact, too, but no foul.
Yeah,
a strong bucket.
That was a good move there by Whitlock. Again, Lehigh kind of went to an isolation, but Whitlock was able to bail him out with a nice play.
Very quickly, Army drives to the hoop. That was a missed layup by A.J. Allenspach, rebounded by Lehigh. That's going to be Jaden Seigel. And Lehigh almost just turned the ball over. Now a three-pointer for Whitlock, and it's no good. Ball's loose, rebounded by Moma almost. Now gets possession. Now drives to the hoop. Tries to throw it down, does not, but he's fouled. What a possession there. Full of excitement, am I right, Jaden?
Yeah, for sure. It looked like Lehigh was going to have a turnover there, but they recovered and got an open three-point look and missed it. But MoMA, really good effort there with the rebound and then a great move baseline to draw the foul. So 2 shots now for him.
That's totally what Coach Brett Reed teaches his players, is to give your all and have hustle on every possession, as the first free throw is good for MoMA. The sophomore from Unionville, Connecticut. Shout out Connecticut, as I am from Connecticut.
It looks like Tyler Whitney Sidney's checked into the game for Joshua Ingram.
That's a good catch there, Jaden. Tyler Whitney City, Lehigh's best player on the floor tonight. Back into the game. Maybe it provides an even bigger spark for them on offense. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Abe Johnson. A.J. Allenspach bringing up the ball. Now Jaden Ellis. Back to Allenspach, guarded by MoMA. Drives to the hoop, is stopped, and is rejected. And it was out on Lehigh, but a good defensive effort there.
Yeah, you're right, for sure. Definitely a good defensive effort. MoMA played really good defense there to stay in front of his man, and then Peralin kind of came in there to help out.
Curry inbounds the ball to Allenspach. And they get a good pass underneath, but he's stopped. And that is rejected and rebounded by Lehigh as they're taking it up very quickly. And then it is knocked out by Army. And I think it's going to stay with Lehigh.
Yeah, Lehigh's ball there. Another great defensive play by Lehigh. And now it looks like we have a substitution for Army.
Yeah, that's Josh Scovins coming into the game for Coach Kevin Kuwick. His first season as Army's coach.
Yeah, so Whitlock tried to push it in transition there, but just kind of got stripped on the way up.
Jason Seigel inbounds the ball. Whitney Sidney passes it out. Now in the post for Peralin. Tries to pass it down low, just barely gets it off. Good pressure from Army, back out for Lehigh. Good defense on this possession from Army. There's a shot, and it's an air ball for Lehigh, but it's rebounded by MoMA, who puts it in.
Yeah, MoMA's been a force for Lehigh so far on the offensive glass. 2 key possessions getting big offensive rebounds.
That's got to kill you if you're Coach Kuwick for Army. 2 great possessions on defense that turn into points for Lehigh. Army now with the ball. Scovins back into the game. That's Ellis with the ball now. Back to Scovins. As we've seen throughout this entire game, Army has been moving the ball very efficiently. Scovins with the fadeaway jumper is short. Rebounded by Whitney Sidney, who drives, and he loses the ball. It's stolen by Scovins. Now Curry kicks it out. Ellis drives to the hoop, kicks it back out to Curry, back to Ellis now. Army could have had a look there at the basket. And now Curry drives to the hoop, and he loses it. And they say that's out on Lehigh. I don't know, Jaden. That looked from here that it went off Curry's leg, right?
Yeah, I thought maybe. I'm really liking Lehigh's defense so far, though. They're not allowing their players just to get isolated one-on-one. Guys are coming over to help, contesting shots really well, and they're making it really tough for Army so far.
Yeah, Army has not scored since the last media timeout. Curry with the ball. Spins to the left. Drives to the hoop. Kicks it out. Three-pointer for Army is no good. Rebound secured. That's Jason Seigel. Now Whitlock brings the ball up. Moma in the corner. Gets it down low. And that's a good, strong bucket from Dominic Parolin, as Lehigh has been firing on all cylinders since the last media timeout.
Yeah, they really have. If Army's not going to make open looks on offense, it's going to be really tough for them today because Lehigh's defense has been really solid.
Ellis just pulls up, and he had space, and he makes it. So Army finally ends their scoring drought, courtesy of Jaden Ellis, the sophomore from Greensboro.
Yeah, much needed bucket there by Ellis.
Whitney Sidney with the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Curry. So a little momentum for going in Army's favor. Ellis drives to the hoop, and he stepped out of bounds, just as I said that.
Yeah, another good defensive possession by Lehigh, and it looks like we got a media timeout.
Yeah, we have our third media timeout of the first half. So a great sequence there from Lehigh. We will be right back. Welcome back to Mountain Hawk Basketball from the Lehigh University Student Broadcasting Club. We just recently celebrated our one-year anniversary of the beginning of this club. We would like to thank you all watching for the support on any of our broadcasts or podcasts. It's been a pleasure. So now Lehigh is going to get the ball after the media timeout. So what have you seen since the last media timeout from Lehigh that has made them so dominant, Jaden?
Yeah, mainly their defense. As I mentioned before, they've had great help defense. They've been blocking a lot of shots, and they've been forcing turnovers, which has sort of ignited their offense in transition.
MoMA has been a key part of that. Kicks it out. That's a three-pointer for Lehigh. No good. That was Ben Knotzman. Army now driving to the hoop. There's a lot of contact and no foul, and they get the jump ball. MoMA signaling for a travel.
Yeah, interesting possession there. Lehigh allowed him to go baseline, but I don't know. Yeah, it looked like there was some contact, but no foul call.
So Army gets the possession on the jump ball. Kicks it out. Scovins. Now to Abe Johnson. Now in Curry's hands. Back to Johnson below the hoop. Gets the ball fake and misses the layup. He had a good look there, and he got the defender jumping, but he just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, that was a great play there by Army. Just kind of blew the layup.
Three-pointer from Lehigh, no good. That was Cam Gillis.
Yeah, Gillis had a wide open look there.
Ellis in the right corner. Now Scovins. Now Curry, who drives to the hoop. And just short. Good look there from Curry. Rebounded by Ben Knotzman. Looks like Army is planning to have some substitutions. Ben Knotzman with the ball. Now Gillis. Now Tamoma. Pump fakes, drives, picks up his dribble. Fadeaway shot is rejected by Army, and it's rebounded by Curry.
Yeah, not a good offensive possession there for Lehigh.
Yeah, totally. Not enough passing and a very bad shot from Lehigh. Now Ellis drives, kicks it out to Curry for three. No good. Rebounded by number 20, Jason Seigel from Lehigh.
Yeah, that was a good shot there by Curry. I actually thought it was down from our standpoint.
And now Curry commits the foul. As I was going to say, that was a good look from Army. They've been having better looks since the last media timeout.
Yeah, they really have. They've had a couple good offensive possessions, just haven't really been able to convert on close shots in there. That was an open three.
Dominic Parolin and Joshua Ingram have come into the game for Lehigh. So Gillis is going to inbound on Army's side of the court. Gets it to Parolin, now out. Ball fake for Lehigh. Drives to the hoop and was rejected. That was Nasir Whitlock on the shot. And it's Lehigh ball again. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, a lot of isolation from Lehigh so far.
Dominic Parolin with the ball, drives to the hoop. Army's defense has been very good as there's another block. Army's defense has been elite since that last media timeout. It's almost stolen by Whitlock, but Army picks up their dribble. Curry now. Now Scovins. Great defense from Lehigh. That's Ben Knotzman. Now Charlie Peterson back out to Scovins. The three-pointer is short from Jared Cross. And Scovins almost intercepts the pass, and it's rebounded by Cross, who drives to the hoop, and now Scovins makes the layup.
Yeah, Scovins got his hands in the passing lane there, and then was able to get the ball back on sort of like a mini transition break to cut the lead to three.
So a careless turnover there from Lehigh. Seems like Army has been winning since the last media timeout, as there's a foul on the floor. That's on Jared Cross, the senior from Leesburg, Virginia.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Army has been good since the last media timeout, especially their defense. They've had a couple blocks, and I think Lehigh's coach has sensed that, so he brought back Tyler Whitney-Sidney maybe to get some offense going.
Yeah, he checks in for Nasir Whitlock. Now in the hands of Whitney-Sidney, back out. Now back to Whitney-Sidney, ball fake. And a three-pointer from Lehigh is short, rebounded by Scovins. It almost seems like since the last media timeout, it's been the polar opposite of the previous sequence, where Army has been getting good looks and Lehigh hasn't scored a single basket.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there.
The three-pointer from the corner is good. And just like that, we are tied yet again.
Yeah,
that was TJ Small.
Exactly, yeah, TJ Small in the corner there. Yeah, crazy. We're tied. It looked like Lehigh was sort of dominating this game, but Army's picked it up.
Joshua Ingram for three, not even close. Bodies hit the floor as it's rebounded by Army. Curry with the floater, and it's good. And we have a timeout from Lehigh. That was almost a Steph Curry-esque floater. Am I right, Jaden?
Yeah, it looked familiar. Good move there by Curry to get into the lane.
So we have our first lead for Army, and we have a timeout here. So we will be right back. So a terrible sequence there from Lehigh. So Jaden, what do you think they need to do to play better on both the offensive and defensive end?
Yeah, so I think they've been pretty good defensively so far. They're holding Army to 4.8% from the field, but I just think offensively they got to try to maybe not isolate as much, one-on-one, move the ball a little more because they've really struggled.
That shot from deep is short. That's Jalen Sinclair, who is checked into the game. I believe these are his first minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
Army continuing the great ball movement out to Curry, and it's off Curry, and it's going to be Lehigh ball.
Yeah, good defense there by Lehigh. They got their hands on it, and then Curry kind of tipped it as it was going out of bounds.
So Jalen Sinclair in his first action in a long time brings the ball up for Lehigh, coming off of an injury, certainly on a minutes restriction. Out to Moma for three. No good. Lehigh has been on a scoring drought.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot. I think there was a reason.
Curry for three.
Open.
No good. Sorry to interrupt you there, Jaden.
No, all good, all good.
Momo with the rebound. And there's a foul on the floor. That's on number 55, A.J. Allenspatch from Army.
Got a substitution here.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Scovins, who's been playing an immense amount, the freshman, is going to be back in this game. And that's A.J. Allenspatch, who comes out of the game after committing the foul. Lehigh in the bonus, so Dominic Perolin's first shot is good, so he will get another.
Yeah, not a good foul there. Sorry to interrupt, but not a good foul there by Army because Lehigh's in the bonus, especially since they were struggling to score. It's probably not a great idea to put him on the line.
Of course, it's almost like Army's just donating points there as he makes both free throws. And in college, of course, when you're in the bonus, you get a 1-and-1, makes both shots. So we are back at a tie game here. Could that foul and those two free throws sort of provide Lehigh a little spark on offense, Jaden?
I'm hoping so. I'm not sure. I think they definitely got to look to attack more, especially since they're in the bonus now.
Army in the post. Now a wide open three. No good. Rebounded. Scovins now out to Curry. We've seen a lot of Curry tonight. Not sure how many minutes he's played, and that's an and one. That was number 34, Charlie Peterson on the layup, the senior from Indianapolis, who will shoot for a three-point play.
Yeah, good little post move there by Peterson. Not a great defensive possession there by Lehigh. They gave up a wide open three, as you mentioned, and then they gave up an offensive rebound, and then just gave up the and one opportunity to Peterson.
And the free throw is no good. Rebounded by Peralin. Sinclair will bring the ball up. The senior in his first minutes back from Manhattan, New York. Lehigh moving the ball a lot more efficiently than previously. They've passed the ball about 8 times on this possession. Sinclair drives to the hoop and is rejected, and he crashes to the floor, and the ball lands on him. So yet again, another bad possession from Lehigh on offense.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball pretty well there, but just more good defense there by Army and a great block inside.
So Lehigh sort of pressuring Army near midcourt. Maybe a little defensive strategy change there for Lehigh. Army continuing their exquisite ball movement. Curry now steps back. Curry for 3, no good. Rebounded by Tyler Whitney-Sydney, and now Sinclair's going to bring the ball up. So another good possession from Lehigh on defense as we have just about 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sinclair to the basket, and he travels. So 2 possessions for Sinclair, or 2 shot attempts almost. Almost seems like he's a little rusty, Jaden.
Yeah, potentially. He just sort of went up and down with the ball there and didn't really do anything with it, as I think we have a timeout here by Army.
Yes, we have an Army timeout with 38.5 to go in the first half, so we will be right back. Welcome back to Patriot League basketball. Almost at halftime here. Army looking to get a few more good possessions in before half. And there's a goaltend, it looks like, on Army? Or was that a charge?
I think offensive foul, loose ball foul there on Peterson, Charlie Peterson for Army.
Yeah, that was a loose ball foul there. It looked like the ball was being interfered with by Army.
Yeah, maybe. I think he pushed MoMA out of the way before that happened, and MoMA's actually at the line now.
Yeah, because Lehigh's in the bonus. So the first shot for MoMA is no good, and it's rebounded by Scovins. And Army will take this to the half as the shot clock has been turned off. Scovins sitting on the Lehigh logo. Now Curry with the ball. Gets a screen. And we have a whistle. We have a foul as Curry drains a long 3. My goodness.
Yeah, Lehigh had a foul to give there. So now 7 seconds. And it looks like they're making some defensive substitutions.
Yeah, Nasir Whitlock and Ben Knotzman check into the game here for Lehigh as MoMA checks out. And so does Tyler Whitney-Sydney. And now Army's going to make a substitution. That's Jordan Everson coming in for Abe Johnson. So maybe they're doing an offensive substitution. And now Lehigh's going to do another substitution. That's Jason Seigel coming in. Curry with the ball. 2 seconds left. Drives to the hoop, and he gets a clean look. And that'll be it for the first half. As a great start from Lehigh is spoiled by a good finish from Army. We will see you in a couple minutes for the start of the second half. It is 27 Army, 23 Lehigh. Stay right there. We are back for the second half of Lehigh versus Navy men's basketball. Lehigh is losing by 4 at home to a team who is 2-8 in the Patriot League this season. Some stats for you guys listening. For Lehigh, the leading scorer looks like it's actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bube Moma and Dominic Rowland for Lehigh.
Yeah, looks like there are no points on this sheet. Yeah, so we don't have points on the sheet. But anyway, Lehigh off to an interesting start so far this game. My apologies on that. But Jaden, what do you think Lehigh needs to do after that horrible ending in the first half to just settle down and beat a team that they should be beating?
Honestly, I think it starts on the offensive end. Their defense has been pretty good. I mean, they've held Army to only 27 points. As I mentioned before in the broadcast, Lehigh averages 73 points a game, and they only have 23 right now, so they're way off that pace. So they just got to get some better offensive execution in the second half.
So Lehigh starts this second half with the ball on our side of the court now, of course, because they switch sides. Get the ball down low, and it's stripped by Army, but it's out on Army. In now for Lehigh is number 4, Joshua Ingram, number 22, Tyler Whitney Sidney, number 0, Cam Gillis, number 23, Bube Moma, and number 21, Burke Chubar. Gillis with the ball. Picks up his dribble. Out to Chubar, who drives to the hoop. And a late whistle. Not sure what the call was there. So we have a foul on Abe Johnson here, a shooting foul, and it's going to be Burke Chubar at the free throw line, the senior forward from Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Lehigh to get on the board early in the second half.
The lefty sinks his first free throw.
Yeah, a couple guys went crashing to the floor at the end of that play for Lehigh.
So for Lehigh's first possession, they will be getting points. And the second free throw is good. Lehigh applying some full court pressure to start the second half. Army almost just got trapped there.
I can say for certain, the one thing this team has gotten better at is shooting free throws.
And that was almost intercepted by Lehigh. Down low now for Army.
Yeah.
That's Abe Johnson with the right, and it's short, rebounded by Chubar. Now Gillis driving up.
Not ideal if this game comes down to bonus.
And now Tyler Whitney Sidney kicks it across the court. The three-pointer is no good. That was Cam Gillis.
Yeah, good look there, just couldn't convert.
Now Army across the court. The three-pointer is good. And that's Josh Scovins, who's made his presence felt in this game for Army.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit in the first half, but you know, he's been on the ball a lot, and that was a good shot there to get him going.
Lehigh now trying to get more good looks here on offense. Struggled with that to end the first half. That's not a good one there, and a late foul call. Seems like there was some contact on that shot, but it was a very late whistle from the referee. That's on number 24, Jared Cross.
Yeah, definitely a late whistle. I was wondering, you know, why the shot missed by so much. It's never good to foul a jump shooter. You want to try to make him earn it by making the shot.
Ingram, first free throw is good. One thing Lehigh has done is they have cashed on fouls. They've made a bunch of baskets off of them, and they've made most of their free throws tonight.
Yeah, it's kept them in the game so far.
Joshua Ingram makes both free throws, so Lehigh is 4 for 4 in this second half. We see more full court pressure from Lehigh. Good ball movement from Army, gets it across the court. And he had a good look there, and now it's down low, and it's no good from Abe Johnson, rebounded by Gillis. Now Ingram drives to the hoop. Some good pressure from Army, and it's stolen. TJ Small brings the ball up, picks up his dribble. Scovins in the corner. Now down low to Abe Johnson. Trying to post up Chubar. Goes to his left, and it's good.
Good move there by by Johnson in the post. Good defense from Army on that last possession by Jared Cross, who fouled a Lehigh jump shooter on the last play, so he made up for it with the strip.
And Lehigh just threw the ball away. That was Burke Chubar on the pass. Might have been deflected by a Lehigh player, but in any circumstance, that's unacceptable if you're Coach Brett Reed.
Yeah, definitely unacceptable.
So a great start from Lehigh the first few possessions, now going Army's way. Army looking to get a screen, now kicks it out, now drives, and that's a wide open layup. That's TJ Small.
Yeah, good move there by Small. He ripped through an attack baseline on Tyler Whitney Sidney. So Army's got a 7-point lead now.
Oh, what a tough shot from Tyler Whitney Sidney. And that's what you need out of a player like him. When Army gets their biggest lead of the night, which was 7 and is now 5, you need your best players to show up, and he just does that. Now Curry to the rack. It's stripped, but out of bounds off of Lehigh.
Yeah, good move there by Whitney Sidney. That was a tough bucket, very contested, but he's able to get it to go.
Curry inbounds the ball to Scovins. Now to Johnson, now over to Cross. Now to Small, so everyone gets possession, and that's going to be a foul on Army. Looks like that was Tyler Whitney Sidney who took the charge.
Yeah, he definitely sold out one. That was close. I actually thought that might have been a block, but ref called it a charge, so it's Lehigh's ball.
The three-pointer, no good. That was a very quick shot from Tyler Whitney Sidney. Army pushing the pace. Curry drives to the hoop, now out. Another pass. What a move. TJ Small gets Tyler Whitney Sidney on the ball fake and just swishes the three.
Yeah, that was, as you said, great move there. Very patient. Let the defender fly by, and then he just swished the three.
MoMA sets a screen. Now Gillis picks up his dribble. Out to Whitney Sidney. Back to MoMA on the left corner. Hop step, picks up his dribble. Another tough shot and no good. Great defense from TJ Small. Curry bringing the ball up for West Point. Fakes right, dribbles left. And it's out on Ingram. So Army will retain possession, and we have our first media timeout. Army with their biggest lead of the night, up 37-29. Don't go anywhere. We are back. Jaden, what does Lehigh need to do here? Sort of an on and off start to the second half. What do they need to do? What does Coach Brett Reed need to cook up for Lehigh to just take control of it over a game that they should be leading comfortably?
Yeah, they got to try to eliminate some of the bad passes and turnovers, and their shots aren't really falling from the outside, so I think they got to try to attack the rim more and try to get to the free throw line because that's where they've had the most success.
Yeah, that's a great point. Lehigh has been very successful at the free throw line, and that's about it. Army starts with the ball. Scovins in the left corner, drives to the hoop, stops, passes it up. Good defense from Lehigh, now back outside the three-point line. And it's good. Oh, my goodness. TJ Small, another three-pointer.
Yeah, he's been on fire to start this half. They really got to get a hand in his face on those three-point attempts.
Army lead now up to 11. Lehigh drives to the hoop. Little floater, no good. Rebounded by TJ Small, who's made his presence known in the second half. Curry goes past the screen. Now Charlie Peterson finishes it strong with the layup, and Army's lead is up to 13. It is 42-29.
Yeah, Army's making more shots. Their offense looks like it's flowing a lot better. That was a nice pick and roll there.
Three-pointer is in for Lehigh. That's number 4, Joshua Ingram. So that's a big shot from Lehigh.
Yeah, that was a big shot. They really needed that.
Lehigh continuing with the full court pressure. Curry gets it across the midcourt line. Scovins now, step back, three, a little too strong, rebounded by Small, surrounded by 3 defenders. Somehow gets a shot off, and he makes it, and there was contact.
Wow. Looks like we got a Lehigh timeout.
What
now.
a sequence there. The strength from Army as we have a timeout from Lehigh. It is now 44-32 for Army. TJ Small absolutely dominating this second half. Total points up to 15. That's more than double of Ryan Curry, who is second for Army with 7. How has his presence impacted this game for Army, Jaden?
Yeah, I mean, he's just been scoring the ball in the second half. He's got 10 points already in the second half, which is more than Lehigh's whole team. So he's been shooting well, and he's been very aggressive on both sides of the ball, really, rebounding well and just shooting and scoring well.
Yeah, Lehigh's got to get something going on offense. That was a big 3 from Ingram before the bucket from Small. Lehigh kicking it out. Chubar drives to the hoop. He falls, and that's a turnover from Lehigh.
Yeah, just not much there on offense.
This might be an ugly game as far as interviews.
Ellis brings the ball up for Army. Some full court pressure from Lehigh. Gets it across to Cam Gillis. Back to Ellis now.
I mean, Brett forces him to talk to me.
Small.
I have a feeling he
Back to Caldwell.
answers when
Caldwell now out to Small. Pump fakes the three. Gets it down low. That's Charlie Peterson with the layup. The combination of Charlie Peterson and TJ Small has been dangerous so far in the second half for Army.
Yeah,
And now Lehigh just gives the ball right back. Throws a Hail Mary almost. Recovered by Army. They slow it down. So now Lehigh's back on defense. Ellis cuts across the court. Pump fakes. Gets it down low again. Ball fake to the left. Hook shot to the right. No good from Peterson. So a stop from Lehigh now. Whitney Sidney. He's got to get going on offense, Jaden. Am I right?
for sure.
And that's another bad look. Rebounded by Army. Small with the spin move, and he gets fouled as he oh no, it's a travel as he passes it away. So a little too cute there for Army.
Yeah, good pressure there by Lehigh. But yeah, as you mentioned, that I did not really like that look from Lehigh on the last possession. That was kind of like a contested three. That's not really what you need when you're down this many points.
AJ Allenspatch has come into the game for Army. TJ Small and Josh Scovins are out for Army.
That's good.
That is definitely good for Lehigh's chances, but I'm sure they're not going to be out for too long. Moma back in the game for Lehigh. Looking for Whitlock, gets it to him. Now drives to the hoop and finishes with the strong layup.
Yeah, good move there by Whitlock.
Army pushing the pace already across half court. That's Kwabena Davis who's checked in the game for Army. Caldwell dishes it, and I don't think he stepped out of bounds. Are they saying
like it was tipped off of Lehigh?
It was tipped off of Lehigh. Okay, thank you, Jaden. Ellis is going to be inbounding the ball here for Army. Gets it to Peterson. Now back to Ellis. Kicks it out. And a good dish inside and a great up and under. That's Isaiah Caldwell.
Yeah, great cut there by Caldwell, and then a beautiful reverse to get the two.
Sinclair is about to come in for Lehigh. The three is no good. Rebounded by Lehigh. Dominic Parolin gets the rebound and gets the tough bucket. So a huge play from Parolin there to save that tough shot from Lehigh.
Yeah, it was a big play. Good offensive rebound and a good move to cut the lead down to 12.
And now Ellis is stripped, and Whitney Sidney has a clear shot, and he's going to dunk it down. Not too aggressive of a dunk, sort of just puts it in, gets the 2 points, and we have a timeout. Welcome back to Lehigh Mountain Hawks basketball. So a little bit of a nice run there from Lehigh before the timeout. Jaden, what did you see that sort of changed the fortune for the Mountain Hawks?
Yeah, just good effort plays. Parolin had the great offensive rebound and moved to the basket, and then Whitlock ended up with the steal there and got it ahead to Tyler Whitney-Sydney to cut the deficit down to 10.
Lehigh
so we need to see
continuing.
more of that.
Sorry, Jaden. Lehigh continuing with the full court pressure. Army easily getting it across every time, though. And the dish inside, and they get a foul call. It looked like it was going to be a turnover, but it looks like Lehigh, that was Jalen Sinclair with the grab.
Yes. Yeah, it did look like it was going to be a turnover. A good little play there by Army. A little backdoor cut. Looks like we got a substitution.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan Curry is back into the game. He's going to be inbounding the ball here. Kicks it all the way across, pump fake, gets it down low. Charlie Peterson now out, now back down low. This is AJ Allenspatch. Good defense from MoMA. Rebound. And now back out to Curry. Good defense, though, from Lehigh so far in this possession.
Yeah.
Curry, guarded by Sinclair, drives to his right, spins, almost travels. Now gets it down low. Now back out. The three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Army, and the shot clock resets. AJ Allenspatch now kicks it out to Curry for the wide-open three, and it's good. All of that time taken off. Great defense, and it turns into 3 points from Army. I believe this is Army's biggest lead now with 13, up 51-38.
Yeah, that was good defense. Lehigh just couldn't finish it off with the defensive rebound, and Curry got a wide.
Now Momo looks down to Sinclair, and those are his first points in a long time.
Yeah. That was a good little play there.
Great look from MoMA there to find the senior. MoMA now hits the floor, and now it's down low. Tough shot, rebound from Army, and they get the foul. So it was originally Allenspatch on the shot, Johnson with the rebound, and he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, good aggressive play there by Johnson. On a big guy like that, you really got to try to get to his sort of lower body and box him out because you're not going to be able to outreach him. But good effort there by Johnson to give his team another opportunity.
First free throw is good. So Army making their free throws tonight, has struggled all season at the line. Looks like Cam Gillis is checked in for Nasir Whitlock for Lehigh. Second shot from Abe Johnson is good. So Army cashing it in at the charity stripe so far.
Yeah, Johnson was below 50% coming into this game, so 2 rare makes for him there.
The jumper is short, and it's rebounded by Army. Another tough possession. That was Gillis on the shot, and that was Johnson on the rebound. Lehigh needs to start getting some possessions where they get the ball in the basket, as it is getting late early, as they say. Ellis drives to his right, picks up his dribble, finds a man, and he throws it down. That's AJ Allenspatch.
Yeah, great cut there and a great find, and we have a Lehigh timeout.
And Lehigh with the timeout, as Army is super excited here, up 55-40 on the road. So Lehigh's defense has not been good to start this second half, and their offense has not been good, so you know what that means. That means that they're going to be losing, and of course they are. They're down 15. Jaden, what does Lehigh need to do in these last 9 minutes and 2 seconds to even have a shot as they're down 15 at home?
They really got to tighten up the defense. They've been getting beat on backdoor cuts, been giving up a lot of offensive rebounds, and those offensive rebounds have led to open threes. We were talking about it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, no, it was not a backcourt violation on the inbound pass from Lehigh, but it certainly looked like it from here.
Yeah.
The three-pointer is good. That's a huge shot from Berk Chubar.
They needed that one. They got to start stringing together a couple stops here as they are running out of time.
Army continues with their ball movement. Now out to Ellis. Now down low to Abe Johnson, guarded by MoMA. And he's fouled by MoMA. MoMA ran across the entire court thinking that he was about to get set up for a free dunk.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a late call.
We have 2 substitutions for Army. Sorry there, Jaden. We have number 4, Josh Scovins, and number 35, TJ Small, who started that run in the start of the second half.
Yeah, I was going to mention that they had some substitutions and they're getting their starters back in.
Ellis gets the screen, picks up his dribble, kicks it across the court. And that was almost stolen by Lehigh. And now the 3 from Scovins is no good. Rebounded by Lehigh. Whitlock bringing the ball up for Lehigh. Drives, now kicks it out to MoMA. The jumper is good. So 2 good shots from Lehigh so far since the last time out as they cut the lead down to 10.
Yep, they got to just keep stringing together stops.
Scovins back into the game. Pump fakes, shoots it with his left, and makes it.
That was some move.
What a great move from Scovins there. Silences this Lehigh crowd. Oh, and we have a foul on the floor from Josh Scovins. Berk Chubar got him on the pump fake, and he drew the foul before he attempted the shot, and we have immediate timeout. So we will be right back. We are back here in Bethlehem Couple good shots from Lehigh, but Army keeping their lead in double digits. Jaden, if you were Coach Reed, what are you calling here on offense?
Some sort of maybe post play for MoMA.
Oh my goodness. Throws it right into the hands of Abe Johnson. Those turnovers are killer any point of the game, but at this point when they're down by 12 with only 7 minutes to go, you just can't have that happen. Scovins drives, kicks it out, ball fake, back to Scovins for 3 from the corner. No good, rebounded. That's Joshua Ingram who brings it up for Lehigh. And that was almost turned over again by Lehigh, but recovered. Now Whitlock drives to his right, stops, shoots, and makes it. Nice move from Whitlock. He's had a solid game for Lehigh, the freshman. He looks like a promising player.
For sure, that was a really good move there. Nice pull-up mid-range jump shot.
The three-pointer from Army is good. Oh my goodness, that's number 24, Jared Cross. He's back.
Yeah, Cross is their best three-point shooter percentage-wise. So that was a nice shot there by him.
Pass deflected by TJ Small. Lehigh recovers, drives to the hoop, dishes it. Good defense from Army. Now back out to the corner. Trying to find him low. Drives, and that's a reach and foul. As Nasir Whitlock hits the floor hard. That's going to be on Abe Johnson.
Yeah, that was a hard fall. He seems to be okay, though.
We have some substitutions. We have Ryan Curry back in the game for Army. We have Charlie Peterson back in the game for Army. And we have Tyler Whitney Sidney back in the game for Lehigh. He should stay in for the rest of this half.
Yeah, assume he probably will.
And Lehigh just gets the pass off to MoMA near half court. Gillis almost got the ball stolen. The tough shot is no good. Great defense from Army yet again. Was almost a jump ball there, but ends up working out in Army's favor because they get possession. Curry with the ball. Drives to the hoop, kicks it out. Now down low. Now back out. Scovins drives to the hoop, and he makes it. He's been unbelievable driving to the hoop tonight.
Yeah, that was a good move there. Sort of like a mini hook shot as he got in the paint.
I believe the foul's on the floor there. Yes, it is. That was Nasir Whitlock with the shot, but it will not count. It will be on the floor. And now Dominic Peralin has checked into the game for Lehigh, and so has Ben Knotzman. And Isaiah Caldwell has checked in for Jared Cross. Interesting decision there from Army to take out Jared Cross.
Yeah, he just knocked down a shot, maybe for defense. That's probably my guess.
Yeah, maybe either for defense or maybe they just want to rest him for a quick minute, as that's a tough bucket from Tyler Whitney Sidney.
Yeah, great cut there off the inbound play by Whitney Sidney.
Ryan Curry with the ball. He's been all over the place for Army. Almost looked like a push-off there, but no call. Maybe a little bit of a flop. Now drives to the hoop, and that is a tough basket. Good for Charlie Peterson, as Army's lead is now to 15 with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, Peterson's been killing Lehigh in the paint this half.
Great defense from Curry. Kicks it out. And a brick from Lehigh. Rebound is no good from number 35, Dominic Perolin. Tyler Whitney Sidney on the three-pointer.
Foul here on Army, though, so 2 free throws here for Perolin.
First shot for Dominic Perolin. The senior is a swish. The senior forward / center, who is 6'9", from Coquitlam, British Columbia. He's had a pretty solid game for Lehigh, making his presence known in the paint. But it's just been a tough night all around for Lehigh's offense, as the second shot is up and good.
Bring some pressure here. Full court press.
And he's trapped in the corner. Jets get the pass off. Now all the way down to Curry. Kicks it out to Scovins. Now back to Curry as Army slows it down as they should with barely any time left in this game. They're just going to pass this ball around as much as they can. Oh, and a miscommunication there from Army.
Yeah, Lehigh had some good initial pressure on the press. They had an Army player trapped in the corner, but the next Lehigh defender was not able to take away the next pass, which is usually what you try to do when you're pressing to make it hard on the offensive players.
Yeah, sorry, Jaden. Lehigh really needs to capitalize on this turnover here. Whitney Sidney kicks it out to Parolin, drives to the hoop, and he's rejected, and it's out off of Army.
Yeah, good defense there by Peterson as we have a timeout.
So we have a media timeout here. We will be right back as Army looking to pull away here, up 64-51 with exactly 4 minutes to go here at Bethlehem. Welcome back to Mountain Hawks basketball. That was the last media timeout of the game tonight. So barring any Lehigh/Army timeouts, which I'm sure we'll have, we will be with you for the rest of this game. Lehigh holds possession on our side of the court here. Gillis tries to inbound, and he almost steps out of bounds. The reverse layup, he gets the foul. That's number 35, Dominic Parolin for Lehigh. He's going to get more free throw shots.
Yeah, he's probably been Lehigh's best player today. 2 big free throws here, as every point is crucial when down double digits late in the game.
First shot from Parolin is good. Parolin is now Lehigh's leading scorer tonight with 11 in total. Correction, that is actually going to be 13 with the second free throw, but he makes both. Army gets it across court. Some intense pressure from Lehigh, but it calms down. A ton of ball movement from Army here. Now Curry gets trapped. Now crosses to his right, drives to the hoop, stops, kicks it out. Now back to Curry. Army has had at least 15 passes this possession. Curry with a tough three is short, and that's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was really good defense by Lehigh there. Defenders were cutting off the Army players and beating them to the spot. So they got the stop there. Now they need a score here to try to get this thing back to single digits.
Parolin can't do everything for Lehigh if they want to get back into this game. Only 3.5 minutes to go. Tough shot is no good. from Whitney Sidney, and it's rebounded by Army.
Yeah, it looked like he was just kind of looking for a foul there. That shot didn't have much chance of going in.
Curry picks up his dribble, gets it off. The dish down low. Army's just draining the clock here. It's going to be tough for a Lehigh comeback. Kicks it out. The three-pointer is banked in from Isaiah Caldwell, and that might do it. Army is now up 67-53. There are 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be an early dagger.
Lehigh all the way across court, right next to us. Now a shot from Lehigh is no good. Rebounded by TJ Small, and Army is just going to dribble this one out.
Yeah, Lehigh had a couple catch-and-shoot three-point chances there, but they kind of chose to pass on it and sort of settled for a step-back three.
Lehigh still applying the pressure, and that's stolen by Nasir Whitlock, who's going to drive right to Curry, dishes it for the layup, and one. So that's going to be a three-point opportunity for Tyler Whitney Sidney as he goes to the line.
Yeah, good steal there, and then a well-executed fast break by Lehigh, and Whitney Sidney got fouled as he went up.
So Whitney Sidney channeling his inner Chris Paul with a huge two to cut the lead down to 12 for Lehigh, as he is going to go for a three-point play here with just over 2 minutes to go. Who knows? Maybe me saying that comes back to haunt me.
Yeah, hopefully. Look for Lehigh to bring pressure here off of a make.
The shot by Whitney Sidney is no good. Oh, is that? No, and it's rebounded by Army. It was almost out off of Army, but it's rebounded by Army. Scovins now kicks it to Curry. Army's just draining the clock here. We are under 2 minutes to go. And a foul by Whitney Sidney. Jason Seigel checks into the game. Ryan Curry to inbound the ball. He's been all over the place tonight for Army. Hasn't really scored too many points, but he's played a ton of minutes, and he has been a big contributor to this very close to be Army victory.
Wow.
Lehigh commits the foul on Curry before he gets the shot off. That's going to be on, I believe, Whitney Sidney again. No, that's on Dominic Parolin, pardon me.
Yeah, not a smart foul there, because now Army could just drain another 20 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, this game is over. Army's going to get this clock down to about 119, up 12. So unless Lehigh pulls a Tracy McGrady, doesn't look like they're going to be winning this game, which coming into it should have been a Lehigh win by most Patriot League followers. So Jaden, what do you think went wrong tonight for Lehigh as they suffer another close loss?
Yeah, I just think it's been the defense in the second half. I mean, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Army only had 27 points at halftime. So they've scored 40 here in the second half. And as we've also mentioned, Army has really struggled on offense this year. They only averaged 60 points a game. And they've, exceeded that by a lot today. Coming into the game, I was thinking that, first team to 60 would probably win. And, Army obviously got there first. And, Lehigh's offense hasn't really been very great either. They averaged 73 a game, and they only have 55 today. So this is definitely going to be a tough loss for Lehigh, especially since Army did not have a great record coming in.
Yeah, and this was a home game for Lehigh, too.
Yep.
So Army's going to have a nice bus ride home tonight, as they're going to just drain this clock out, and they get a new shot clock, too. And they have a man wide open, but they don't shoot it, which is smart. Army's just dishing it around. Now shoots for three with the shot clock expiring. No good. Rebound by Whitney Sidney as they're pushing the pace. When Nisini kicks it out, the three-pointer, no good. Rebounded on his own shot by Whitlock, but there's a foul on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like a loose ball foul.
Loose ball foul on Army, as we will get 2 shots for Lehigh for Nasir Whitlock. He absolutely needs to make both of these for Lehigh to even have a chance, Jaden,
Yeah, for sure.
as he makes the first one.
Yeah, Whitlock actually had a good look for 3 here. It looked like it was good. It was just long, but he fouled his own shot and got the rebound.
Second free throw from Whitlock is good. And we have a substitution for Lehigh. Cam Gillis is going to come in for Jason Seigel. Lehigh setting up the full court pressure here.
Yeah, a little zone press it looks like here.
We are under a minute with 57.5 seconds to go. Lehigh gets the trap, the steal, and it's recovered by Whitney Sidney, who gets rejected, and then he touches the ball out of bounds, and all of that for nothing. What a sequence there, and the ball just ends up in his hands out of bounds. And that would have been Lehigh ball, too. A tough break from Lehigh. That's been their night so far.
Yeah.
We get a timeout here. We will be right back. So we have a correction. Lehigh's going to get the ball out of bounds. I honestly have, or no, they're not. Army's going to get the ball, yeah. Lehigh traps again, and Army's just going to get this across the court. They're just going to keep passing the ball around, using their good ball movement. And we have a timeout from Army here as Curry was trapped in the corner. We are at 40.1 seconds to go. Lehigh is down 67-57. So again, we will be right back. We are back here at Lehigh University. To reiterate the score, Army is up 67-57 with 40 seconds to go. Army's going to dish it all the way to their own end, and Curry is going to get it back to Scovins, who gets it back to the other side. Now back to Scovins, now to Small. And Army is pretty much wasted all the time. Scovins with the wide open 3 is no good, but this game is over. We have 20 seconds to go. Lehigh's down 10. Pulls up from 3, no good. Rebound by Curry, and Lehigh fouls, but it is all but over. We have 13.9 seconds to go. Army up 10. Curry's going to head to the line here for the 1-and-1.
At the line for Army number 2, Ryan Curry, shooting 1-and-1.
The first shot from Curry is good. mean, the game was already over, but these free throws might as well end it.
Yeah, also good chance to pad the stats a little bit.
And Curry misses the second shot. Lehigh's just going to try to drive to the hoop here. Does not get it. Steps back. Bad shot. And that'll be it. Army, who were 6-point underdogs in the spread on the road, come into Lehigh and take the victory. As the final score tonight is 68 Army, 57 Lehigh. Everyone here at the Lehigh Student Broadcasting Club would like to thank you for joining us tonight. Although we have another Lehigh loss, we really appreciate your support. I've been Nick Delictish alongside Jaden Yohai and Sam Deach producing tonight. Shout out, Sam. Thank you for watching. We will see you in our next broadcast. Take care.